King Jesus, King Jesus. Hey, I want to tell you that in case you haven't figured it out, that police are trained killers. Let me say that again. Police are trained killers. They are trained to kill Americans, much as military soldiers are trained to kill foreign enemies. Now, if you look at their training, they're trained to shoot people. And they're trained to shoot them to kill. The police have a shoot to kill policy. Their target practices always involves the application of deadly force as opposed to disabling force. In fact, the police have recently been revealed to use pictures of mostly black men in their targeting practices. So by using a particular group of people as their targets, they're being trained to kill mostly black people. That's what I said, they're trained to kill mostly black people because they use them as targets as opposed to any other pictures of people. Now they're also currently being trained as actors for the cameras. They know what to say in front of cameras while they're committing these murders of American citizens. They say things like he's reaching for a gun. They say things that stop resisting arrest. They also say things like, let me see your hands. Stop trying to get my gun. He has a gun. So they have lines that they say now for the cameras in order to justify their killings. But they really enjoy killing, much as a hunter enjoys killing his prey. The police enjoy killing people. As they train so much to kill people, they get a reward when they do kill somebody. Just like when a hunter kills, he gets a reward of the carcass of the dead animal. Police get a notch on their gun for having killed an American citizen. They always shoot their victims several times. They don't just shoot them one time. They'll shoot them up to 40 times. There's been cases where the police actually shot somebody 50 times. Now, if they were inclined to not be killers, they would try to disable people by shooting in their legs or their arms, targeting their arms, their legs, instead of targeting their heads and their chests. The case in point that I want to talk about is Jeremy Reed. This was a black man targeted for killing by the New Jersey State Police. He had a felony record for shooting at 3 state troopers. He was arrested for petty crime since his release, and he filed a suit against the police department. As a matter of fact, one of the officers involved in the current killing of Jeremy Reed was involved in the lawsuit and knew Jeremy Reed. The officer days that was approaching the vehicle on the passenger side actually knew Jeremy Reed. And this officer Days had probably was assigned with the execution of Jeremy Reed, because as a black man, he would be less scrutinized in the current environment where so many black men are being killed by white officers. Although the white officer, Roger Worley, was present and also shot Jeremy Reed.
Hey, how y'all doing? How you doing? Good. Hey, Officer Days, Bristol Police. Reason I'm pulling you up, you went right through that stop sign back there.
Correct.
Right on South Pine Street. Hey, you got a driver's license?
Yeah, I got my driver's license.
What's up, man? Can you go and grab it for me?
What's that? Stop sign, we stop.
No.
So after the black officer approached Jeremy Reed on the driver's side, all of a sudden he started screaming orders at Jeremy Reed, at which point Jeremy Reed realized that they were going to execute him and showed his hands and tried to get out the car, but as soon as he got out the car, they shot him down like a dog.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Don't fucking move. Don't you fucking move. Don't you move. Get him out the car, Raj. You got a gun in this glove compartment. Don't you move. Don't you fucking move. Show me your hands. And show me your hands. Don't you move. Don't you move. I'm telling you, I'm gonna shoot you. You're gonna be dead. I'm telling you. You reach for something, you're gonna be dead. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Keep your hands right there. Hey, Jerome, you reach for something, you're gonna be dead. He's reaching. Show me your hands. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't move. Don't you move.
Step out of the door. Stop. Somebody cuff him.
No, right here. Cuff him right there.
Down here to block off the intersection. I'm on the ground. I'm on the ground. Shot fired.
Watch out.
On the ground.
In the streets. They shot him 9 times. They were certain to execute him. If you look at the video, Officer Days approaches the passenger side of the car. Jeremy Reed is riding as a passenger. He is not responsible for running the stop sign. As I said, Reed had a pending lawsuit against Officer Days and others for police harassment, and the driver was never approached by either officer until Jeremy Reed was killed. The car was an expensive Jaguar, late model, So the driver may have had a legally owned gun. Or possibly there was not even a gun present. They just said that for the cameras. During the confrontation, Officer Days threatened Jeremy Reed with death. All the comments made by Officer Days placed to the dash cam video camera recording the whole incident. As soon as Jeremy Reed is dead, multiple officers appear out of nowhere to assist in controlling the aftermath of the murder. Another case in point I wanted to point out to you is the case of the Denver police killing a 15-year-old girl. She was killed apparently in a stolen vehicle because the police said she tried to run them down with her car. And this is the fourth time this year, in a year, that the Denver police has used that excuse for shooting a person. The 15-year-old girl's name was Jessica Hernandez. And the other case I would like to point out to you is the case of a 17-year-old girl. The 17-year-old girl was killed in Longview, Texas, when she went into the police station to make a complaint. And she was a mentally ill girl and asked to talk to officers, and during the conversation where she was trying to make her complaint, she pulled a knife and they shot her down with multiple gunshots. 3 different officers shot this girl down trying to make a complaint to get police assistance. I mean, this should be a lesson to the public that there is never a reason to call the police, because they're trained killers. Their solution to everything is to kill you. There is no reason to call the police. As a matter of fact, Americans have a greater chance of being killed by the police than they do by any terrorist. In fact, the only terrorists in America are the police. Everybody's scared of them. Even the politicians are scared of them. That's demonstrated by de Blasio's, the mayor of New York, inability to control the cops in his city. They run the city. They're the law, and they're unaccountable to anybody. So if you're calling the police, you're calling on trained killers to kill somebody. That's the only function that they serve. They serve no other function. They don't protect you. Protect you from what? They don't help you. Help you do what? They're just killers. And they love it. They enjoy it. They get a kick out of it.